Now, I've kept you longer than I should have.
No, that's okay.
Best moments on campaigns.
Yeah, I've had some really, really great moments. So I'll start with Tom. He was so skilled as an orator and as a debater. He was just so skilled at speaking with people and connecting with people and inspiring people with his words. That I always enjoyed hearing him speak to crowds and watching. I wouldn't watch him. I'd watch the crowd reaction and see the fact that they weren't on their phones and they weren't fidgeting.
They were in the moment.
Really in the moment and hearing what he had to say and nodding their heads and coming away and hearing those hearing the feedback that they would have. And he was very good at debating. And so there was one particular debate in particular where kind of tactics and his style combined. We had so many volunteers that were willing to stand out and hold signs leading into a particular debate that this candidate happened to be from Plymouth this particular year. We knew what route she was going to take, and so we had streets lined with people all the way from like exit 9 in Kingston all the way to Kingston Town Hall. There were people everywhere with Coulter signs, and it just proved the momentum, and it proved the level of support and interest that he had,
you can feel
it got into her head. And so the debate, he's an incredible debater. It was always fun to watch, but the tactic itself had an impact. I believe it did. And that was a fun debate to watch. And then, similarly with Kathy, for me, it was actually great to watch her evolve as a candidate in general.
Right.
But we had one day in particular where, our opponent had a big event that involved the lieutenant governor, and we put a call out. It was the same day as Plymouth Town meeting, where we always have a standout, and we needed people there too first thing in the morning. We asked people if they could do both or one or the other, and we went from one straight over to another. And I just wanted to show some presence outside of kind of down the street a little bit from where this event was taking place, if the lieutenant governor was going to arrive, and just standing there. And I don't know, maybe I expected 8 people to join me that day, and they just kept coming like over the hills. And in the end, we were like 2 people shy of having more outside than he had inside. So.
And yours was a blast email, hey, we need people, and they just start showing up.
And that's the faith in the candidate.
Right.
It didn't have anything to do with me. It was just, that
here they all come.
Moment of time of just saying, people believe in this candidate, they understand the importance of this action, because it was an important action to take. So putting the message out in a way that people understood that it was important, and yes, we're asking you to double up your time or do something that we hadn't planned on because it was spur of the moment. But if you can join us at all,
come on
20
down.
minutes, like anything.
Now, was that the moment you realized you had it?
No, I never.
You never.
No.
I'm the same way. No matter how good the numbers are looking, I'm like,
no.
They could be lying to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I sit tight on election night and watch the numbers come in. But in the case of Kathy's Rep. Lenatra's election night, we actually ended up winning 5 out of the 6 towns.
I know. You just destroyed Europe,
awesome.
Which the thing that I thought was awesome,
including Plymouth, the hometown of the opponent.
The thing I thought was awesome about that is above the board, your other side was being nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, there were just certain messages that the electorate, I feel, is willing to tolerate, and a certain degree to which kind of people expect things will be combative. And then when someone crosses that line into like this realm of nastiness, people don't like it, and voters they don't like to vote for things that are negative. They want to vote for something they can be inspired by or not feel bad about.
Right.
And so,
especially on the local level.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what's your advice for somebody doing this for the first
time? Do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because someone told you to. Either maybe you worked on someone's campaign before at a local level, and you're thinking about getting into something larger, and someone's kind of hooked you in and said, "Oh, you should do this." Do it because you believe you want to do it. Don't do it because you're looking for a job. You have to go into it, I firmly believe, with an understanding of what it takes, what the commitment takes, and in order to serve out that commitment, to feel like you're in it for the right reasons. And so believe in that candidate and be able to speak with your own passion and your own beliefs about why you are if you can sell why you're standing behind her or him, it'll have a positive impact.
So, number one, make sure you know what you're getting into. Number two, make sure you're 100% behind the candidate.
Yeah, and then all arms open for a big team effort.
Right.
It's not about you. It fully takes a team to do something like this. And so, if you typically operate as a team of one, it's not a good fit for you. I just don't. You have to be able to embrace everybody and engage everybody and keep your ears open. You might not agree with everything you hear. And also, I guess the last thing, I know we've gone a little bit long, but I would also say that I think it's really important that you be able to, at the end of the day, make sure that the candidate is bringing him or her true self to the campaign.
Right.
Because they're receiving messages from a lot of different people, from team players, from supporters, from the media,
right.
from family members,
from talking heads, people who don't actually know what they're talking about,
party
but still,
officials. Like they want. So they're the person who has to serve in this job, and so they have to feel like they can be themselves in the course of the campaign. And they can be themselves when they are successful and can serve in the role that they've now won.
Right.
And so I think that is the job of one of the many jobs of a campaign manager, is to make sure that those voices are being heard, but also distilled. And ultimately, the candidate's voice is what
ends up
wins
coming
the
up
day. Yeah.
because they're stuck with it.
Yes.
If they win or lose, you're stuck with what you said on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
So we went a little long because you're a great interview.
Thank you.
I will see you guys on the campaign trail, and we will catch you later.
Thank you, John.